floor, Lynn. Can you stand it?
Oh, I can stand it. Let's just go.
I'm so excited to be here again.
It's a good thing. I'm sitting in the hot summer sun, enjoying it though, enjoying it. It's beautiful out here. Brooklyn Ford in the house, or I should say out the house. Yeah, chilling, sipping on something sexy. Sunday, what we do.
Exactly. I want to thank our producer, IMD Mecca. If you want to know more about him, please check out his twitch.tv channel. He does a lot. I want to shout out She's the Boss Radio because that's our next goal. And Lynn, we've got a very special guest on our show today.
Okay, we do.
So hold on one second. We're having a little technical difficulties, but it's all good. Our guest, Ciuella Suella, yes, so nice, she named it twice, is actually a Miss USA pageant queen. She's a full figure queen and she's had a lot of history. She'll be joining in on the show. But before we start the show, Lynn, how was your week?
The week was crazy and ridiculous, but my weekend right now is awesome.
I know, I see you chilling in the sun by the pool, even though I love you.
Don't hate, congratulate, participate.
I went to a really cool event yesterday. VP Records celebrated Records Day. And for those of you
I saw.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, VP Records is a long-standing outlet, record label, platform for reggae artists over the years. Shout out to Miss Pat. I love that woman. She's just absolutely fabulous. She's fearless. She inspires me being a female executive in the entertainment industry. She's doing it. Oh, that sounds like our guest. Let's see.
Hey.
Welcome to Sipping Something Sexy on Sunday. Who do we have on the phone? Hello?
Hi, this is Ciuella.
Hey, Ciuella.
How are you?
Wonderful. And how are you and how was your week?
Well, my week is it's been amazing. I've been busy. With the pageant Miss Full Figure USA going on, a lot going on.
Exactly.
Actually, on my way to a fashion show right now.
Awesome.
Exactly. Well, do is do. They get things done by doing. So before we begin, we always start the show on what we're sipping. So I'm sipping Bow and Arrow Melon. It's a wine, and it's really, really delicious. Okay. It's really made for like the summer season, so I'm trying to jump into sun because our spring has not been spring, and it's great with seafood, and that's what I'm switching my diet to. So, Lynn, what are you sipping?
I'm sipping on Kettle One, just sipping on some Kettle One vodka.
Wow. And I know you're driving, so you're not sipping on anything right now, Ciuella, but maybe water.
I'm riding. I'm a diva. I'm riding.
Oh, so you're riding.
Water though for right now.
Oh, so then what are you sipping, Miss Diva? I love it.
I know, right? Water for right now. Later on, it will be some wine as well.
What's your favorite wine?
Moscato. Well, actually, Roscato. Roscato is one of my favorite wines.
Yeah, I like that rosé flavor. Okay. So Ciuella, for our guests that don't really know, talk a little bit about your history, your background, and what prompted you to get into the world of pageantry.
Well, I go by Ciuella. Ciuella is so nice. You got to say it twice. I am also Miss Full Figure USA Plus. 2012, I became an international model throughout the years, and now, currently, I am the director of the New York division. I'm creating Empresses with Curves with the Empire State of Mind.
Woo!
All right.
And the title that you held, what was that?
I am Miss Full Figure USA Plus.
There you go.
So that's on a national level.
Let's give another applause for that.
All right.
Now, a lot of people don't realize actually all the preparation that goes into becoming a pageant queen. And I'd like for you to share why you got into it and what was the preparation that you needed to do.
Well, to be honest with you, it is a lot of work, a lot of, for me, my journey is that it kind of helped me with my self-esteem. I started this journey in 2009 and wasn't really happy with myself, comfortable with the skin that I was in. And I had a young lady, she actually did the pageant years ago at that time. And she was like, I think this would be a great thing for you, you know, that you could do to exploring. So I decided to do it. And in 2009, it embarked on something new. It touched my soul. I was inspired and I was very much interested and motivated to do so. So I tried to, I did it in 2009. I didn't win, but it enlightened me. I took a year off so I could kind of get a little idea of what it is that I didn't do. And when I did it in 2009 and I did it again in 2011, I pulled out all the stops. I got my hair done, went to another designer, got some shoes. Listen, in the plus size, to represent for plus size, you got to get snatched. So I learned more about girdles and foundation that I didn't even know, honey, okay? And I didn't win that year. So I learned some things that what I could have done differently. So in 2012, when they say it's your year, it's your year. And it was my year. They said if there was an overall winner, I would have won that too. So I'm giving a big shout out to Miss Teresa. I'm the CEO of the brand Miss Full Figure USA.
Excellent. Excellent. That's us applauding. Yes, just in case you're wondering what that noise is. But you know what? Because I know it was like, wait, what is that? You know, Ciuella, Lynn and I were talking, and you know, I'll give you the mic too, Lynn, about just some of the misconceptions that people have when they think pageant. They think, oh, these girls are shallow, they're all about themselves, yada yada yada. I want you to clarify, you know, what the mindset is to participate as well as win a pageant.
Well, to be honest with you, in this, yes, the stereotype is always typically being stated. However, in the plus size industry, at least with Miss Teresa Randolph's Miss Full Figure USA brand, it's all about sisterhood. It's all about us becoming one and unity of picking up your sister and letting her know that she's beautiful no matter what size she is. Teresa's motto is size has no barrier on beauty, and I've been carrying that since I started. Not just in pageantry, but as my daily life, as I live as an international model, moving forth into this big world.
I know that's right. And another applause for that, because you are really doing it. And you know what I like best about your story, Ciuella, is that you are empowering other women to understand that they do possess the power to change their destiny.
Absolutely. Body positivity is so a big movement, and that's something that I truly believe in. Letting everyone know it's okay. You don't have to do anything to make yourself look beautiful. Let's just work with what you got and make that beautiful. And so that's what I do with the girls that's competing in on May 1st. That's when the New York division will be held at the Occasion Catering Hall on May 1st at 5:00.
Yes, plug. Get that in, girl. I love it. You know, and tell them the site that they can go to so that they can purchase tickets. I'm one of the judges, so Lynn, I'm so excited about it. I can't wait.
Yes, we're excited to have you as well. Yes, so you can look us up on any social media, Miss Full Figure USA .com, or you can also look us up, Miss Full Figure USA New York on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're all out there. And of course, you know, you got your girl, Ciuella. You can Google me. I'm on all social media. You can actually Google me. I can't break no laws now because my name is so unique.
I know that's right. Sue, did you,
I'm fine.
Lynn, did you have a question? Because I know you said earlier you had a question for Ciuella.
One, I just want to big you up on what you're doing, Suella. It is a wonderful thing. I'm a plus size woman, so I know how important it is to see representation. It is awesome when I can turn the TV on now and look at movies and see plus size women now carrying major roles in films and leads, whether it's advertising or in commercials. There's a whole torrid campaign with nothing but plus size women, and I'm absolutely loving it. So, Suella, you and I are gonna have to talk a little bit something after all this is done, boo. Because I've been trying to get my plus size model thing on for a minute. So yeah, I definitely
I'm
want to do that. But
I'm so sorry, Lynn. I know you said something about commercials, but I couldn't really hear you. I've done commercials as well. I've been on Dr. Oz, the two. I've traveled to Trinidad for the International Caribbean Plus Fashion Show. I've been to London. So I've had explored different things. I've been numerous of fashion shows in the United States. One of my favorite is Harlem Fashion Week.
Yes.
For Harlem fashion time. We have a great time out there. I also Circle of Sisters is one of my favorites out here in New York. So I'm big up to represent and be the person that everyone needs to be to represent the plus size community.
And before we go any further, I want to shout out Queen Diva. She's also a pageant queen, but on the business side. So I'm hoping maybe she'll be able to call in a little later. But
all right.
You know what I mean? Because, that's the one thing that I learned in doing some homework before this show is that there are many different facets of pageantry. Why is that so important?
Repeat the question again?
There's many different facets of pageantry. Why do you think that's so important?
Well, the reason why it's important is so that everyone has an opportunity to explore on different things that they like to do and being a part of the pageant. So there's most you can get yourself involved in. Well, there's a lot of people who've been in the pageant and then they become big time bloggers and vloggers. And so there's multiple different things that you can do that's just by utilizing the pageant alone to explore into the plus size brand.
That's wonderful. The other thing that I found really cool and about this whole pageant world was that it actually is its own community. A lot of the women are able to catapult their own personal careers or side hustles, if there is such a thing, to the next level. Yes. What has it done for you?
I totally agree.
Before we go in, it's 3:15, and you are watching Sipping Something Sexy on Sunday on www.twitch.tv/IMD Mecca, and soon she's the bossradio.com. So, continuing the conversation, because we have to do the ID, pay the bills. Why do you feel like if a woman is a little apprehensive to get into it, but wants to get into it, what would you tell her why it's so important to participate?
Well, what I normally do is I hire and encourage, right? So basically, I will let the young lady go. It's time to try something new. It's time for the world to see your light to shine, not just with yourself, but that's the world. So who you are and who you identify with.
Yeah, that's very key. And like minds is what elevates you to the next level. When you surround yourself with people that are of like minds, it's easier for
Absolutely.
you to, catapult whatever you're doing because people are not criticizing you. They're actually commenting and giving you some suggestions on how to get better, or by being next to them, seeing them do what you want to do and doing it better than you, you get ideas on how to do that. Was that something that you learned from the past, not learning, not winning to the actual win? Did you use any other examples within the pageant world to help you become queen?
Absolutely. My inspiration and inspirer and admirer is Mia Amber. She was one of the plus size models that kind of broke the plus size. I would say she opened the world for plus size. She was one of the activists for plus size and also actress. She was one of the actresses in the and I spoke to her want to do what you're doing. Like, I really like love this. And she was like, Sue, you have a beautiful face and a wonderful spirit. However, in order to be more marketable, we talking about years ago, you need to be at least a sample size 16, 18. That is what they were, although they saw 28, that's how big I was at that time. You need to be a certain size in order to be more marketable in the industry. So I took what she said under advisement, and I started my weight loss journey, not just to be more healthy, but also so that I can actually utilize this talent and this craft to share this to other young girls. A lot of people don't know I grew up in foster care, and so feeling love and feeling appreciated was not something that I knew. You know, I had to learn that. I didn't have anybody. My mother and father is gone. So I had to learn that behavior, and through pageantry, it helped. It encouraged me, and I'm able to now inspire and encourage other women to feel the same way. So it was destined to be my purpose.
Well, I got to give you a salute and applause on that, because, you know, we always talk, and Lynn, you can chime in anytime you want, but we always talk about it's not where you're from, it's where you want to go. And if you understand that, most successful people actually have that story, that they were somewhere and they didn't like it, and then they wanted to transform and transgress into something else and transition, and boom, then it's ultimate success. Lynn?
So yeah, a few things. What you didn't hear me say before was about commercials, is that I'm very happy that now that you see plus size models and plus size people not only in commercials, right? And Torrid has an entire campaign of plus size and body positivity, but you also see more plus size women, full figured women, and especially women of color, having lead roles in television and in film. And my question is, now that you've got this platform, because what you said is true, but it also is now kind of exclusive, because you're plus size, but you still have to be between a 14 and an 18 to be able to be marketable in this industry. Well, everybody's not between 14 and an 18, and you still have beautiful plus size women that go from 14 to 28 to 30. So is there any plan in your future to be able to include these women, that they're not excluded just because they are not the industry standard and size? And what is your vision for your business and your model and your brand for the next 5 years? So you can answer either question first.
Well, yes, I totally agree. Yeah, the plus size movement is actually picking up in a big way. Like you said, at least that's what I heard, that you see them on commercials and a lot of television programs. And I'm happy to see that. And what I am currently doing, and part of the brand, is that all sizes are welcome. We have, our brand is size 18 through 22, and then from 22 and up. And then we not just service just sizes, we also cater to the older women like myself, ages 40 and up. So we have Miss Exquisite. So we're catering to all walks of life. And we are proud. We also have a Caribbean pageant that's catering to the islands that will be held in July. So definitely look up Miss Full Figure USA, and you soon will see us on every state that was to come, because we're in different states. So when I competed in the USA on a national level. They did not have the state, so I represented for Brooklyn. However, now we're all in different states: Oklahoma, Louisiana, Texas, North Carolina, DMV, Atlanta, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and the list goes on. So I'm excited to be a part of such an amazing brand.
I'm excited to hear about it. I'm looking forward to even finding out more information about it. This is something that I've always wanted to do. I was that person that always thought I was too big and can't do it. And, I've always heard, oh, you've got such a pretty face, blah, 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 but never felt the confidence enough to go forward in it. So this is definitely something positive that I'm hearing from you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think that it's the time for it. You mentioned earlier the importance of body confidence, and I think that is so key, and it's internal. You know what I mean? Like, you have to understand that within yourself and then convey it. What advice could you give other women that felt like Lynn, you know what I mean, for them to understand the beauty of them?
Well, this is the same thing I tell my girls today. Speaking positive to yourself, knowing that you are worthy, knowing that you are great, and knowing that you can do whatever you set your mind to do. But you have to believe it first. I can plant the seed, but you have to allow it to grow.
Yep. Got to nurture that. Got to nurture that with affirmation. Absolutely.
So I know that we have some callers. So I pardon us. We're just going to have a quick conversation with our producer. How can we make that happen? They can call in now at the same number, right? So if you have some comments and Diva Diamonds, I would love for you to chime in. The telephone number is 347-305-5205. Same with you, Mr. Watts, because I know you're very, very involved with empowerment. So feel free to dial in. And I just want to shout out a lot of people that are listening, you know, Diva Diamonds, Mr. Watts, Minnesota Money Boss. I mean, thank you so much for, you know, just checking in and chiming in.
Yes. Thanks for sipping something sexy with us on Sunday.
Exactly. Sky Bull, thank you too. Let's see who else. Lies, paparazzi. I mean, we're really rocking today. Hey.
It's a good thing. Ciuella brought the crew.
This is Queen Diva.
Hey, Queen Diva. How are you today?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Blessed and highly favored. Queen Diva, for those that don't know who you are, please say who you are. And Ciuella, you're going to love it because she's a queen as well. So I'd like you to, you know, just give us a little 411 about you, darling.
Well, happy Sunday to everyone. I am a singer, songwriter, and podcaster. And I am the inaugural Ms. Bebop 2020 and Ms. Bebop Photogenic 2020, which is Women Business Online Pageant. I'm a former Miss Houston, Texas plus America, and I'm also Miss New York plus America Lifetime 2015.
I love it. Yes. Diva. So, you know, one of the things that we talked about, Queen Diva, is, you know, what the pageant world actually has done for you and how it's helped catapult your messaging and your level of empowerment for other women. You know, Ciuella talked about it at length on how it really changed her life. I'd like to hear that same response from you as well.
Oh my goodness. I actually started in pageantry in college. I went to Prairie View A&M University, part of the Texas A&M system, and I started working with the Miss Prairie View A&M University pageant. I helped with contestant development and costume design. And then after that, when I graduated, I just started volunteering and helping various pageant queens compete. I helped them with their talent and then just overall pageant contestant development. It wasn't until I turned 40 that I got in my first pageant, and that was the Miss Texas Plus America pageant in 2009. And that is what it really changed my life around, because I met so many amazing women from all across the country whom I am still connected and friends with. And there are great networking opportunities for me to sing, for me to coach other people, with my business, Divine Voices Media. So it was the best decision for me, more so competing, because it's a totally different thing when you're competing versus when you're coaching and consulting somebody, because you're only dealing with that one contestant. But when you're competing and you're in the pageant, you get to meet other contestants, you meet judges, you meet people who attend the pageant, and just your network just grows and grows and grows. So it was the best thing I ever did, was to compete in a pageant at 40. And now I'm 53 years young, doing things, and I'm actually getting ready to compete in the Ultimate Queen WBLEP, which is Women Business Leaders and Entrepreneurs pageant. And that's going to be in Orlando, Florida, June 16th through the 19th at the Renaissance Hotel. And I am competing for the queen of all queens within the Women Business Leaders and Entrepreneurs Pageant system.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. These are powerful women we got on this line today, sipping something sexy on Sunday, you know, and to all of them. Yeah, I love it because, you know, this is what we as women need to do. We need to celebrate one another. We need to keep on bringing each other together so that we can continue to empower each other. So many times we as women in business, and, you know, Ciuella, we're working on right now so that you can join in on the conversation. So just hold on for a quick second. But so many times when they see another female in the room, they're like, hate, animosity. I'm the queen, and I can't stand that. You know, I'm just not cut from that loaf of bread. And, you know, my question to both queens is, how, deemed as a queen, do you relate to others that are not deemed as queens to make them an equal? Because that's not easy. You know, people look at you as being something other than who you really are. And if you're reaching out, how do you make them feel comfortable understanding that, yeah, I have this title, but I'm just like you. So there's no room for hate.
That is an excellent question. And you know what? I think that's something that we all do or can do whenever we're networking. Because whenever you enter into a room and you connect with someone, you know, just as a sister, you just want to, for me in particular, I'm rooting for them. I'm everyone's fan instantly. As you know, Amelia.
Exactly.
I'm everyone's fan. I want to see you win. I want to see you excel. I'm inspiring you, empowering you, and encouraging you. I'm giving you any and all information you need to do whatever you need to do. So it really comes from the person. That person just has to be inwardly having that love for connecting with other women and just encouraging them, to remind them, because a lot of women don't know that they're queens. Yes. They don't know that they're princesses. Yes. And so you just got to tell them, listen, honey, you are a queen. You are a princess. You are royalty. You are a priesthood. Every single one of you got to know that for yourself. And if you don't know, I'm telling you to go. I'm telling you today, every single person that's listened to the sound of my voice, woman, you are a queen. You are a princess. Whether you're wearing a crown or jewels or not, that does not define you. You have to define you and tell yourself that and know that for yourself. So that's what I do, because I love meeting people. I love hearing people's stories, their testimonies, and encouraging them to keep going and to do their best in excellence.
So while we're waiting for Ciuella to call back on the other line, it is now 3:30, so I must do our ID. You are listening to Sipping Something Sexy on Sunday on both www.twitch.tv, I am D Mecker, and soon to be she'sthebossradio.com. So here's the other side of the coin. What do you do with the female that does give you hate? How do you keep on being a being of love when all you're getting is hate? Because that's something I'm dealing with right now. And it's like, I don't want to lose me, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to embrace your hate. I'm not going to cow down to it. I'm not built that way. So what do you do?
Don't receive it. Don't receive it. Yes, I know exactly what you're saying, and I would just say, just keep shining resplendently. Resplendent means to illuminate with an ultimate brightness. If you do that, regardless, people have no choice but to stand up and accept you. If you're killing them with kindness, they can't help but be nice. They can't help but be nice. If you come back with them with the hate that they're fueling you, it's just going to fuel them even more. I learned being down south, 'cause I'm in Houston right now, and my life has mostly been in Houston or New York. So down south, we're called nice nasty. We learned the art of nice nasty. But at the same time, it's an opportunity to teach people how to have them treat you. You never allow someone
to make you feel bad. You always turn it around and let them know who you are and whose you are. Because if you don't, then they're going to feel like they can treat you and talk to you any kind of way.
Exactly.
You got to own yourself and who you are, what you represent at all times. So that's the advice that I give.
Excellent advice. Excellent advice. Excellent. So
Thank you, Queen.
we have our other queen online now. Ciuella, are you there? Susu? Hello, hello? Darling, are you there?
Hi, this is Ciuella Suella.
Yay, we got her back.
Yes.
So, Ciuella,
I couldn't read my girls over there sipping now.
I know, that's what I said. I'm like, oh no, we can't have that. So, big ups to our producer because he's always solving our technical problems. I love him. I love him. I love him.
Thank you.
So, Ciuella, one of the things that we were discussing is, as a queen, how do you help other women that may give you reverence to understand that you're equal to them? And then the other side of the coin is, how do you deal with women that all they do is hate you when all you're doing is giving them love? Like, how do you deal with those two sides of the coin as being queen?
I just deal with it as like anybody else. I'm a regular person. You know, I'm down to earth. You know, I did become a little diva-ish, I should say, because I wasn't a diva. I wasn't a person that wore heels. So learning how to walk in shoes was a challenge. So I just relate to people the same way I would relate to anyone else. So you got this.
That's great advice. You know, and like, for example, you know, just expounding a little bit on that, and Lynn, feel free to chime in when you want. But like, I remember one time I was in this room full of divas. I was kind of extended past what my comfort zone is, right? Because, you know, you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable in order to have growth. And so, I use this affectionate term of being bougetto. I'm a ghetto chick that loves bougie stuff. So I'm the best of both worlds, right? I go from the block to the boardroom. So I'm in a room full of women, the newbie. Yeah, the newbie. And so, you know, I don't have the $2,000 dresses, but my mom always taught me about fabric. You know, you could have a dress that is $10, but if the fabric is pure cotton made well, you will be able to stand by that $2,000 dress and look just as fabulous because the fabric and the cut is right. And that's more important for you fashion divas out there than anything else. Okay. So
I've been known to be a diva on a budget now.
Yeah,
doing much. You can take a dress and turn it and transform it into a whole festivities, okay?
Exactly. So now I'm in this room and the girls couldn't figure out what line I was wearing, you know, those chicks. And, you know, I was getting the hate, right? But I was getting that nice nasty that you spoke about earlier. So they came up to me and they was like, oh, darling, we just love your dress, knowing that they didn't. I already knew that they didn't. And I said, as nice as I possibly could, oh, thank you. I love yours too. Now they were so like unsteady because they didn't know if I was doing to them what they were doing to me. That part. And then I said, I said like this, we got to go shopping together one time. I'll show you my tricks. You can show me yours. And they kind of left me alone because they was like, oh, this chick right here, I don't know.
Well, I kind of think that Amelia, it speaks to what Queen was saying and also to what Suella was saying, that if you approach something with niceness, even if somebody's coming at you with hate, the only thing that wipes out hate is love. So you come at it with a positive attitude. They had no choice but to sit back and acknowledge and sit back and second guess themselves as far as their own behavior, which I think you handled it correctly, Amelia. You know what I mean? Your cotton is the fabric of our lives moment was just perfect. And they had to figure it out that, yeah, she's wearing whatever line she's wearing and we're not going to find that information out. And I see they didn't volunteer their line to you either, right? So you just play on the playing field, but like you said, be nicey. I think that's the terminology. When you put nice, nasty, it's nicey. So yeah, that's how you got to play it.
Yes, darling, give it back to them. Play tennis. Whenever they put the ball in your court, hit it back in theirs and just keep it moving. Then say, "Oh, excuse me, I got to take this call," and exit stage left. So,
So can we
ladies,
ask? Go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, so can we ask the ladies about the whole um the dress code thing, or the actual professionalism, or
Yeah,
the mindset of what you wear and how you wear it? Because definitely being plus size, and me being a plus size woman, I can't wear everything the same way somebody a size 6 or a 4 would wear it. So I have to, in my mind, wear something that accentuates my curves and makes me look good, doesn't make me look foolish. And sometimes we tend to see people that are either not being managed properly by their management or whoever is styling them. They just got them out here looking cray.
yeah,
So can we at least address how that's going? Suella,
yeah.
Queen. Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great point, Lynn. Ladies, just in case, because sometimes technology we don't hear real clear. Lynn was addressing the issue as far as being a full size model, or full size woman. Where is that line between classy and raunchy? Where is that line between body confidence and just having nothing but yes people around you that says, "Yeah, girl, that looks great," and you look like a hot, I call it a MIP alert, a mess in progress. Ow!
Right.
Well, I can
So
say that I let my girls know that we're not here to sell sex. We're here to inspire and to uplift. I've been approached to do a lot of different types of shoots and different things, and I just make a choice. It's all about integrity and how you handle and how you approach a situation. I definitely, Suella, I just started wearing bathing suits because I wanted to make sure that it looks appropriate. I mean, I wear bathing suits. I'm somewhat at reference to making in magazines and photo shoots and runways. I just never felt comfortable and confident enough to do so, and it's still looking classy and positive. So now
right.
I feel a little bit more confident to do so without it looking trashy, as one of the ladies stated.
That's a
Right.
very good point. And like, just to elaborate a little bit, and then Queen Diva, I would love for you to chime in. I'm a very straightforward person. Everybody in it knows that that's a part of me. I finally accept it, right? So I want to use an example. A while back, Lizzo, gotta love her. I call her the yo-yo of style, right? One minute she's looking absolutely fabulous, and the next minute she's an MIP alert. But a while back, she wore this purple fishnet thing with pasties and whatever, and it was like really an MIP alert, right? And then I was like, I'm not hating, I'm just stating that, someone should have told her, boo boo, this is not really complimenting you, right? And then I talked about Rashida Wallace, who is a fabulous artist, banging body, just did an amazing calendar. And she wore this one piece bodysuit, black fishnet, that was to die for. And I was like, this is, an example of how you can do it and do it right, do it tastefully versus this, that, it's understanding that you might feel confident, but you're making everybody else uncomfortable. Is there an
Right.
obligation to that? Is there an obligation to that?
You asking me?
I'm asking anybody who wants to
Either
answer.
one of you.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, it's interesting because fashion is your creative
Voice.
source,
Mhm.
how you want to look and what you want to portray.
Mhm.
And Lizzo is an entertainer. She's a singer. She's a public figure. She's all those things. But she's a young woman. So, and she's a young woman who's very headstrong about what she wants to portray and what she wants to do. So, with that said, it really comes down to you as an individual, what it is that you want to portray. In her mind, she felt she looked fabulous. And that's why she walked out with the pasties and the sheer long dress and that was how she felt. That was the confidence she had. That is what she did. It's no different than what Rihanna does when she comes out with her pasties in the sheer dress. I think the problem more so is with people who are looking at her, is how they feel about her and her confidence or lack thereof. Because one minute, sometimes she comes across very confident and she is, who she is and love me as I am. And then the next minute, she's crying about being insecure about her image. So I think with that yo-yo confidence, it's, kind of throwing people off and they don't know how to receive her. I'm like this: if you're confident, be confident. If you're confident wearing the pasties and the shears, be confident in that. Be confident in the long ball gown that stretches 10 feet across the floor. It really comes down to you and how you feel about what you're wearing. Because it can be that people might have told her, no, that don't look right, but she's going to wear what she's going to wear because that's what she felt looked good on her.
Great. I mean, I think
what she wanted to portray.
I think that's a great point. I think that's a great point. However, here's my question, and just playing devil's advocate for a second, because this is a very real conversation, and it's a conversation that I find my full-size friends deal with on a daily basis, right? Is there any obligation? I won't say obligation, but is there any part of your decision as far as how others are receiving you on the executive decisions you make on the attire that you choose that reflects you? Like, are we not supposed to be like the king's new clothes and say, oh yeah, it looks great, when it really doesn't? Or are we just to be honest in our own emotions and our own level of acceptance to help them understand and or define theirs, so that we can better understand what they're doing?
And can I just piggyback off of that for a second?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, Lynn, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Just to piggyback off what you said, Amelia, for instance, what Ciuella just said, if I'm correct. So Lizzo goes out here and she wears this very, flamboyant outfit. And then the next day or two, she's online crying about whatever emotional thing she's going through. Here's the question. Is she really making these choices for these clothes? Or is there somebody pushing the buttons in the background for a shock value and to say, hey, you're going to get a whole bunch more likes and views if you wear this outrageous outfit. This is going to make you look hot. This is going to get you likes and follows and all this other craziness that the industry is into right now with this whole shock value thing. The other thing is that if you guys watched Empire, Gabourey Sidibe, full-figured woman, whoever was dressing her at the very beginning of the show, I wanted to take a whole slingshot and pop them down. Like, what were y'all doing? Right? You see, she has a unique shape for a plus-size woman. So you have to now put on clothes that accentuate or complement your curves. They weren't doing that. So this is what I'm saying. Excuse me. Is this the same thing that might be happening with Lizzo? Do you have people that are just pushing these clothes onto her to tell her, yeah, this is what you're going to wear? Or people that say, you don't have a lot of choices because you're plus size, so you have to wear this? Or, do you know what I mean? Like, it could be a little bit of that going on as well, where they're not necessarily making the complete choice on their own, and there are other people styling them that don't really have their best interests at heart or don't know how to style them. They need Queen and Ciuella styling them.
Exactly. Let's get an applause for that. Once again, for those that are just chiming in, you're listening to Sipping Something Sexy Sundays on www.twitchtv.imdmecca and soon She's the Boss Radio. So, I mean, Ciuella or Diva, Queen Diva, I'd like for you guys to chime in on that.
Yeah, I get what people are saying. I think the root of it is how people feel when they view her. But the most important thing is for Lizzo is how does Lizzo feel wearing it? That's really the bottom line. If she feels great, feels fantastic, this is how she wants to look and feel, and that's what she did. That's what she did. I guess my concern is because people's opinions of what doesn't look right on her and what she should and shouldn't wear, that's when the problem comes. Some people don't like when people walk around with plus size people, and that's men and women, because men can wear shapewear as well, when they don't wear shapewear and everything just wiggling, jiggling as the wind goes, you know what I'm saying? And people are really offended by that. But the person not wearing it is free and comfortable and loving every wiggle and jiggle as they walk down the street. So, it's a fine line with that, because do you wear something like that at a gala? Do you wear something like that at a luncheon? It really has to depend on the attire. Where she was wearing it to a celebrity's birthday party. Yeah. So she felt that was appropriate to wear to a birthday party of one of her fellow celebrity friends. Now, would she wear that to an award show? No. Would she wear that on television? No. But she felt that was appropriate for her to wear with the confidence she has to go to her celebrity friend's birthday party. So I'm just so amazed that people they were really riled up and upset that she wore that outfit, because they were offended. Yeah, and but your offense has nothing to do with her wearing that, because that's what she wanted to wear. You could be offended all day long. That's what she wanted to wear. So I was just boggled that so many people were highly offended and really just tore her apart on social media and on all those different outlets, those news outlets, because they tore her apart because of her decision. I was like, but who are you to tell her what she can and cannot wear? She's a grown woman.
And I'm glad
that's what she wants to wear.
And I'm glad that you said that, because, here, just so that we can really expose this conversation, because I feel like this is so necessary, right? Let me explain why I was offended by it. I felt like Lizzo is such an amazing artist, right? Her words and her songs and just what she represents as far as body confidence is amazing for a full-figured girl, right? And yet she did something that I felt like was complying to the standard of what others deem as sexy, which to me was not applicable to the sexiness that she had been revealing, And so I felt like she sold out, personally. I felt like she complied to, let's put the fishnets and the pasties and let's do the shock value for others. And it was very transparent to me. And then the other side of me as an educator, I felt like, what message are you giving to these young girls that are embracing you, that are following your movement of body confidence? And how do they deal with that? Like at a certain point, I really, truly, and I still feel this way, that as celebrities, as public figures, we do have a certain responsibility.
Level of responsibility.
So I think that's why she wore it. I think that's why she wore the sheer outfit with the pasties, and to show them, look, this is my body, saggy breasts and all, no shapewear and all, no underwear and all. I want you to know I feel fancy. I look back. This is how I feel about my body. And if I feel this way about my body and willing to go out in public to a celebrity birthday party, then you should feel the same way. Now, I'm not saying to dress like me, but you should have the same level of confidence in whatever you want to wear, however you want to wear it, no matter what the world is saying. I think that's what she was doing, because she was comfortable in what she was wearing. Now, did I agree with what she was wearing? Absolutely not.
Okay,
but
wait.
Who am I? I'm just somebody who saw her picture.
So wait a minute. We now have a male chime. My producer just raised his hand like, I got to chime in on this. So come on, D-Mecca. Tell us what you feeling, brother.
Good evening, ladies. Good evening.
Hey, G.
And I get the how I feel part, because I feel sexy in it. But shouldn't her responsibility be to announce that?
We got another call.
I can't. I mean, I'll cut somebody off.
Oh, okay.
While she's wearing it.
Yes.
You see, the thing is, she was on her way inside, and all those cameramen, because you got to remember, those paparazzi stalked her. So they was trying to wait to see what she was going to have on. They coming at her to take all these photos. All she had in her mind was to get inside. Right. So now she knew people would see her, but she didn't think it would blow up to this. She just knew this is what she wanted to wear to the party. So should she be announcing it? No, she would announce it if she was at an award ceremony, or she was at somewhere where she was actually paid to a gig to speak and represent as a recording artist. In this instance, she was going to a party.
Yeah,
Okay.
And these paparazzi
but
can't let her
listen,
take all these photos. So why would she stop and explain herself
okay,
going
because
into the party?
you're a public figure. That's the reason why. As somebody that manages artists all the time, you definitely, whether you like it or not, when you're a public figure, you're open to public opinion. And so, if you're doing something to alter that, and caller, we're going to be with you in 1 second. If you're doing something to alter that, I feel there's a certain responsibility to embrace that ideology. All right, caller. Caller, who you are? We got a hot topic today, boy.
We're going to have to do this again because this topic has to continue.
So
I
who's the
wanted to
caller
piggyback
online?
off of some of the things that was said about Lizzo too. I totally agree with.
Wait, identify who you are.
You know,
Who's speaking?
I'm sorry.
Who's speaking?
This is Ciuella Suella.
Oh, okay, Ciuella. I just wanted to make sure who was talking. Go ahead, Ciuella.
I was just basically just saying that she's trying to create a trend of something that hasn't existed yet. So of course it's going to be uncomfortable to some people, just like it was uncomfortable when Marilyn Monroe started her own trend. No matter whatever you start, it's always got to be a beginning. And so just to let girls and anybody to know, no matter what size you are, you're still beautiful. You can wear whatever you want, but everybody shouldn't wear certain things that may not look good on them. But yeah, they making clothes so that she can represent whatever product is out there because she's a public figure.
Exactly. That's a good point, Ciuella. I got to give you another applause for that. And, I'm loving this conversation because it's giving me a whole different perspective. It's like it's opening up my mind, and you're so right. She is breaking new ground. She is altering people's set mentality. I mean, I feel like it's the whole natural hair movement all over.
Right.
Where, you have this one you
Mm-hmm.
had this one concept of what Black beauty was, and then all of a sudden, boom, here came a whole nother imagery, and I commend it. I mean, I still play
and
around
it's
with
gonna make people uncomfortable. It's gonna make people uncomfortable because it's not something that they're used to seeing.
So who is our caller? Did we lose our
the
person?
Plus-size woman covered up, looking like a mummy.
So I want to bring on the.
Yeah.
I want to bring on the person that called in. Who is our caller? Are you there? Oh, that was okay, Ciuella. That was you calling back.
And we lose Queen? Did we lose Queen?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got everybody. All right. I don't know. It might have been Mr. Watts because he was hitting me up on the chat. And, we've only got 6 more minutes, and I can't believe this hour went by so fast. So before we go into anything else, I want you ladies to please give the contact information. Ciuella, I want you to also promote the pageant that you're doing for full-size women, and Queen Diva, if you can come, that would be absolutely fabulous. So Ciuella, can you just give that information?
Okay, yeah. So it's Missful Figure USA, New York. I'm gonna be held at Occasion Catering Hall in Queens, located at 12708 Merrick Boulevard. So come on out, have a good time. And who's gonna be the winner? We got 3 winners to give awards to. We got amazing judges such as Amelia. We are just so grateful. We got performances. There will be food and beverages. It's just gonna be an amazing event. So come out and shine with us.
And shout out to Val Figueroa Barboza, as well as you Front Media. They joined in on the chat as well. And I think this was a really hot subject. And Queen Diva, give us your 411.
Yes. Yes, Diva Diamonds, all things Diva Diamonds. You can find me. Actually, I see that I'm actually friends with Ciuella Suella, and happy to see. Yes, we've been friends a while. Looks like. I see that you have my friend Orange Jones as a judge and his daughter. That is wonderful. Unfortunately, I'm in Houston, so I won't be able to personally attend this event, but I would have loved to have gone. And I wish you so much success with this pageant. I think it's going to be amazing. Yes, you can contact me, Diva Diamonds, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I am competing in the Ultimate Queen pageant with WBLEP, which is Women Business Online Pageant. It's going to be in Orlando, Florida, at the Renaissance Hotel. Yes. And I am competing for the Queen of all queens within the Women Business Leaders and Entrepreneurs pageant. So I'm looking for sponsors. Contact me, inbox me, Diva Diamonds. I would love your support. And thank you, Amelia, for inviting me. It's so great to hear your voice and be a part of this conversation. I'd love to come back again.
Absolutely.
Please let me know when.
Absolutely. I mean, this has been
Definitely,
amazing.
definitely.
You got anything to say? We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for having me on Sipping with You Something Sexy today. I'm so grateful. I can't wait to see you, Amelia, next Sunday at Occasion Catering Hall.
Yes.
So I'm excited for everyone, and thank you. It was a pleasure. Definitely keep in contact. Remember, Ciuella is so nice. You got to say it twice.
I know that's right, girl. And Lynn?
Yes, guys. Well, I'm going to take 2 steps to the rear, get up out of here. But I just want to thank you, our guest, Queen Ciuella. Thank you, Amelia, for being the hostess with the mostest. As always, Amelia is more. I am the one and only Brooklyn Ford. Thank you, D Mecca. I had to give a shout out to Africa for you.
Yeah.
And all the people that called in, everybody that hung out with us. We love you here. You just caught that, huh? Love you so much, you guys. I got to bounce, but it's been an awesome show. We are going to continue this conversation on body positivity, plus size models, and just keep it going because, your girl over here is thicker than a Snicker. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one. Sipping something sexy on Sundays. This is what we do. Amelia is more, Brooklyn Ford. I am D Mecca. Later, y'all. Much love.
So if you guys love this content, be certain to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sipping Something Sexy. You can Google that, Lynn and Amelia, and it'll pop up. Also, be certain to check us every second and fourth Sunday of the month at 3 p.m. sharp. Also, you can check us out on our Instagrams. I go live every time. So shout out to all my live people. I love you. I love all the support. And Queens, both Ciuella, so nice. I had to say it twice. And also Queen Diva Diamonds. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being on this show today because there is no us without you.
We love you.
We love you too. I just got chills from that. And big, huge shout out to our producer of this show. I am D Mecca, Daryl Hines. You are the man of all men. Be sure to subscribe. And we do have merchandise on sale, so you can just log on to streamlabs.com/I am D Mecca, and you can see the t-shirts, the cups, the mouse pad, etc., etc. Till next time, y'all. See ya. Peace.
Baby, can you